Greetings. It's been a minute. We back on our Moorerish Nation building. I had a great topic that we was talking about, and it's slave and master classes. So we was talking about racism, and I wanted the comrade to break down what he was talking about racism, because this is what led to what we ended up concluding with.
Well, I was talking about racism not even existing.
Right. There's going to become a time when there is going to be no racism
among the mainstream.
Okay, break it down.
Because we all amalgamating with one another. You got Chinese with Puerto Ricans with Mexicans, Mexicans with blacks, and so on and so on in this country.
Now, that's when I had first, when you said that, I just added to, and that's where I was saying the things you talking about nationality when you naming these groups of people. Now, nationality is created scientifically. See, us as Moors, we believe in everything in a scientific level. Supreme mathematics, supreme alphabet. This is supreme wisdom that you can understand how life works. So knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. At the basic level, knowledge, wisdom, and understanding is man, woman, and child. It take a man with the knowledge, the woman with the wisdom to create children who understand. Now, once they understand this knowledge through this wisdom, they're going to create a culture. Like family is going to be the culture. What's going on in that household? So if we say we Moors, and my woman has the wisdom to accept the knowledge that I'm giving her, my children gonna have an understanding that's gonna make a culture of what we believe.
That's right.
So in that household, if we say we ain't eating meat, if we say we ain't eating pork, if we say we doing this, we say we praying 5 times a day, if we say we working out, if we say we boxing, whatever the knowledge is that this man giving and the woman has the wisdom, you see what I'm saying, to accept, the kids is going to understand.
Absolutely.
Which creates this culture. Now, that's at a basic level. Now, when we talk about nationalities, that's just going to,
regions of this continent,
right,
that continent,
right. Now, we also we believe that the Asiatic black man is the original man.
Without a doubt.
So then, as far as when we scientifically talk melanin, that's just something that the more melanin you have, it allows you not only your hue, but the way you think is also based on your melanin. If you notice, most people with less melanin are way more savage in their understanding than people with more melanin. You know what I'm saying? Scientific.
I agree.
Like you can have people who like say for instance, is a myth that and when I say white and black, we using this in 2 different ways. We look at white and black as as class, right? On that end, where everybody say white and black.
A privileged class and an underprivileged class.
Right. So, and we gonna classify that as a white class or a black class. Now, even with that level, when we talk about class, you got
it don't even have to be black or white. It can just be poor.
Right. No, but let's go black and white, because as far as that's what we see. Okay. When people talk, they're gonna be like white people or black people. Right. So in general, like you said, this is, I remember I had a dream before. It was an epiphany, actually. And the concept was that while I was in prison, everything that I was writing was actually the reality somewhere. Like that's how I wrote. I used to have these daydreams, just sitting, if I learned something, I try to apply that into my dream, my dreams or my writing. Like say if I read something about law.
Mm-hmm. I know exactly what you're
right. So when I write a book, I got a character who, he living this life. But, and this life is real to me, because in my mind, when I sleep, I see this person. Exactly. I see the characters. I didn't live this life I'm living right now before I lived it. I'm talking about this house, this street, this block, this family. When I was in prison, it didn't have none of this.
Right.
I wrote it in a book. My first book, Life and Love, the Ultimate Sacrifice, I owned this block, this house, you know what I'm saying, and had these kids, you know, in that concept.
So you put your thoughts into fruition.
Right. It's a prophetic book. Now, if we look at everything as a micro, because whatever you study, it can be a social economic system on a microscopic level, right? Meaning things that's done small can also be duplicated in a big way.
True.
So you can start with a family like the Kennedys, who started with one person as a bootlegger who was beating on his wife and having multiple women, and you know what I'm saying, in order to create, you know, something that now you look at as respectable and highly, you know, a name to be sought after. You know what I'm saying? And that's for any situation. So now these people are playing chess on life chess on a generational level. Like this is the normal. Like when you go back, you know, people who educated don't look at life right now. They look at life 3 generations ahead, you know, because I'm finna have children, grandchildren, and great-grandchildren that I'm going to see. And I want to be able to push forward what I got going on. You see what I'm saying? So that's how, you know, everybody, right? But that's a life plan. Everybody do this. We brainwashed to think that, you know, this is not how things work because everybody does this. If you look at anybody successful, look at their lineage.
I agree with you 100%.
Somebody taught them this stuff. You know what I'm saying? It was a plan. You know, now your plan may not be of your families though. You know, that's a slave class. Now, some slave classes is, you know, say you got me. Say, okay, let's go to this level of personal, because I always look at big things, but everything is for you. You know, even if you think of Jesus, you want to be the creator of Jesus. You don't want to be worshiping Jesus.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? So you want to understand how things work in order for you can duplicate this level of success and greatness. If you believe these things are great to you, you see what I'm saying? So if you look at Prophet Noble Drew Ali and you look at Marcus Garvey and you see what they did was great, you got to study the blueprint. Because this blueprint, they fucked up somewhere too. Because, you know, time always gonna tell the truth. So right now, yeah, the UNIA, you know, it's you know, it went up and it came down. But the great thing about studying is in due diligence, I can look at your mistakes and your strengths. So you can be already a father. I deal with fathers like that all the time. Like say Benny. I'm gonna look at him because he got older kids. I'm gonna look at my man Poe because he got older kids. But I see their mistakes too. I see they flaws. Exactly. So I don't deal with my people the same way. But the things that I do like and the things to push forward, you know what I'm saying?
The same thing, your prison mentality to anybody that's conscious. You know,
right.
The same thing. You learn from mistakes. You know, you stay conscious.
But you don't gotta make them.
Right, exactly.
I can pay attention to your mistakes.
That's the wisdom in everything. It's just like my old dudes tell me, you got 3 types of motherfuckers in the world. You got motherfuckers that's fools. They ain't gonna never learn nothing. They ain't gonna never change. You got motherfucking smart people. They bump their heads a few times and they get it right. But you got those people that's wise. See, and they learn from other people's mistakes. They ain't even got to walk down that road.
Right.
And I understand that. And that take that same mentality through the institutions. Same thing. You've seen a lot of stuff come through there. You've seen geniuses come through there. You understand? You had a chance to communicate with these people. The same thing you've seen mass murderers and so on and so on too. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you get to learn from people, period.
Right.
The human nature, period.
Right.
You know what I mean? In life, you know what I mean? So yeah, you get to learn you get to take this knowledge, you get to read, you get to sit down, you get to understand life in general.
Right.
So now you bring this out to the world, but the world is in chaos.
Right, definitely.
You see what I'm saying? So
it's like a video game.
So you got to blend in at the same time.
Definitely.
Definitely. So you know, it's hard. Like it's hard being the first person in the room.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Let me just say that. Ignorance is what's killing us.
Right. That what you don't know.
Yeah. They don't know. Women don't know not to follow.
Right.
Women don't know how to follow.
Well, they don't know how to follow blackness. Because let's talk about when you say women, you know what, let's say black women, just to be in a certain category of what we're looking at, because I believe there's a mental deficiency in blackness, period. You see what I'm saying? So this is created out of a slave laboratory. You know, I'm saying they systematically, you know, had a plan to implant, to educate you, to think a certain way. How can you say who came from? You know what? This the one thing about chattel slavery. Mm-hmm. People look at these people like they wasn't smart. Mm-hmm. If the people they captured was kings, queens, scientists, doctors, who you think they was? These wasn't just no dumb so-called white people created plantations and systematic slavery and made a continent a corporation. You understand what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. These was most brilliant minds in the world to create the United States. Exactly. This idea itself and his, what we believe that this come from the Moors. So this understanding, this 33 degrees of of understanding and secret societies that other people create this, because it's like knowledge. People do it all the time. You listen to me, then you go and plan it, don't fuck with me. You understand what I'm saying? So it's like the Freemasons, that which is secret, you got to have this level of degree to get here. It's people who just teach their kids that. They just grew up in Islam. I self law and math. So they understand Allah, arm, leg, arm, head. And they're applying all of these things to them. You know what I'm saying? So every number, every letter, everything that they see has a meaning. You know what I'm saying? It's progressive to building a nation.
They're conscious.
Right. Now, there's more conscious people. It's conscious people who systematically they conscious. Right. Meaning already set every fucking thing in place. Mm-hmm. You can't lose.
Right. There was somebody who was on that level.
Right.
Years and years ago.
Right. That's generations ago. Exactly. Now you're the janitor at a company that your grandfather created. The Trumps like that. The older brother became a Trump. He was the supervisor at the Trump Tower, while his younger brother is the CEO. And he ended up killing himself. You know what I'm saying? Even though he got shares and own a part of this corporation.
He could stand the fact that goddamn his little brother was shooting up the line.
Right, but I'm just saying, even on a level of, that's just bloodline level. Now think about that on a larger systematic level. So that's why I say so-called white people don't have a problem with working at Walmart, the factories, and all of these places because they think they white. And because they white, they think these are white companies, because it's owned by white people.
They think they right.
Right, but that's a farce though. I want you to feel like that. Even because if we get together, if those people are poor, if the slaves get together, they can overtake the system. So, of course, we don't want the slaves getting together. It's like in prison. You got the Moors, the Aryans, the nation. It's all different organizations. Mm-hmm. But if we come together, we could overcome the whole system. Mm-hmm. So we got to keep racism. We got to keep them divided. And the easiest way to divide is based off what we can see. Because if we was all, it's a show where they got everybody in the world is blind. Like you was born blind. If you can see, that's like a miracle. But the world functioning and everything, everybody just blind.
Well, when you can point out people's differences, you're going to start a racist system. You're going to start some type of racist system.
Right. But it's because it's easier.
Yeah.
It's easier to identify people based on what you can see. Now, once you can't see, now you got to base people off, relations based on ideas.
And I believe that someday that's going to come.
I don't see it.
I do.
You know why I don't see it? Because nowhere in the world do that exist. So yeah, if we believe in heaven and the afterlife, that's heaven theory.
You gotta look at it too, whether we were planned to be implemented in it or not.
Right.
What you was just giving tribute to was the fact that these were brilliant people.
Right.
And these brilliant people did design this country to be this way.
Right.
They designed this country to amalgamate. To make this country all brown society.
Right, because it's going. That's the. Have you ever heard
you don't
of?
Think that they knew that?
Listen, I'm telling you, these are scientists.
Exactly.
If you look at Yaku theory,
if you look at the Constitution and everything for why they did it, that is the exact attention is what they want. They wanted to have everybody to become exactly equal. Now, I don't think the plan when we came into effect, when we came up out of bondage,
okay,
that was something that was through in there. And I believe that just was through in there because of the greed. And they had to throw it in there because of the greed that the South had, the greed that just slave masters had, period, to want to have slave masters, to tilt their country and to
but see, it's normal. Slavery is normal as far as
exactly, it's normal.
It's like, think about people who doing
because
this.
In the North they didn't actually want slavery to end either.
Right, but they already had slavery.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
It was just a different implementation of it.
The slavery stopped.
It was a different political implementation of it. Think about it. The North and the South is this. All of these, everybody is the same, bro. It's all theories. That's why we have elections.
Yeah, they have.
Because one slave master want to take it in this direction, the other one believes in this direction. So this one believes that you use a sadistic motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, think about everything that exists today existed yesterday, as far as mentality and who people is. So if your slave master was what you consider homosexual,
mm-hmm.
he was fucking you.
Mm-hmm. True.
So yeah, he getting all the strongest niggas that he want to fuck, and working the shit out of you, and dressing up, doing what the fuck, whatever his imagination
can give him.
Right.
Kill you whenever you feel like killing.
Right. A woman. Or whoever.
Because you still has
now I just use that to that level.
Path.
Right. Exactly. But they make slavery as if all of these people
matter of fact, you had the
psychopaths, right?
You had psychosocial
everything that exists today.
But you had it in abundance.
Right.
I'm talking about all of them.
But I don't think so.
The savagery at that time was so strong, man.
But
that's
see,
why all the way up here to the 70s.
I think that's a farce to me.
And it's coming back out again. They doing
not
it again,
a farce,
but they doing it with pistols now.
Just imagine
the savagery ain't never stopped.
Right. Just imagine this on the level of let's go on the side.
And I believe that's what they're trying to get out. That's why they designed this country to become an all brown country.
Let's go to this part because I'm with you on that. That's what we're gonna get to. But let's look at it like this. Historically, it's like right now, the way black men are portrayed, or the way men and women are portrayed. When I came up, I thought men was dogs and women were saints.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that. You know what I'm saying? Because everything that I ever heard was bad about what men do to women, or just men period.
Right, right.
Men liars, men all. I just heard a whole bunch of shit about men,
right,
that weren't good,
right.
But I heard a lot of shit about women that was good. Now, as I got older, I went to prison. I came out, and I noticed that it's in reverse.
Yeah,
women are way more savage than men. Men soft as hell to me. They like a woman who even have a child by a man. Most men are connected to their seed. There's a reason why they ain't fucking with you and the kid. You see what I'm saying? I'm saying
it is
right. You know what I'm saying?
They don't do it because these women are savage.
Now, level.
I'm talking about savage.
Listen,
kill them.
Now on that level, right. Listen, on that level, I look at the system. In this system, when a woman has a child, she has full physical custody.
Yeah.
So you giving full physical custody for the less responsible person, but in reality, it's like the so-called free. I'm gonna free you, your woman, and your kids, so you will never be a master. So you can never participate in the master class if you can't create a family. You could never be a master without a family.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So you will always be a slave. Now, a woman without a man, she can be the system is her man. Even if you got a corporate job, you working,
system.
Right. You working for a system that doesn't directly affect. It may physically, you know what I'm saying,
Right.
give you a level of comfort on a plantation that's greater than others. You know what I'm saying? So that's why those kind of people can judge. You can judge your car from my car because we all on the plantation, we all slaves, but you got more than me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't about you owning the plantation and being a master.
But when you make a difference, because you really you're useless.
No, you useful. You useful to the master.
Yeah, to the master.
You the master's most valuable possession.
You're useful to the black man in the family.
But I gotta make you like that though. I'm saying systematically, if like you were saying.
You're useful.
Now keep this in mind. You got why?
Honestly,
okay, let me say this real quick. How do you think people like Marcus Garvey even existed? These men existed because they created women. They had women thought differently. So you can get with a woman, create an organization in the family, you know what I'm saying, that can flourish. You see, it's hard you don't know a lot of great men, you know what I'm saying, on that level, and most of them don't have a woman. You know what I'm saying? Because, that's not the level of back then. A woman wasn't really known. You didn't know the 3 wives that Marcus Garvey had.
Right.
I'm saying, you do the history, you probably know it, but I'm just saying, you don't know all the wives Elijah Muhammad had, but it took these women who was wise enough to believe in the greater vision of this man, that he was even a prophet in the first place. He wasn't even no motherfucking man. I'm fucking God. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna raise my children to understand this in the culture that, So yeah, that's just the reality of life. Man, woman, and child. We don't operate on that level because these things already exist. So we can just go to somebody else's organization. We give our families, we give our kids to the school system. You know what I'm saying? All of these systems is a slave system. Masters don't think like that. The Jews come over here, they don't think like that. They create their own schools, their own. I'm just saying, as a whole, culturally, the Arabs, they got their gas station. They be that bitch every day. You know what
somebody gonna be in that motherfucker. Man, I gotta get up out
them.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. One of their cousins, brothers. It might not be the same motherfucker.
Right.
Somebody gonna be up in that.
Right. Even when they switch up, you go to the next gas